confidence or something.
Yeah.
But make Team Aster beat you with something else.
Wait, game 2. Did you guys want to actually like watch the draft? Do you want me to hit the button? I can hit the button. Ready? Ready? Oh, yeah. Sorry, I accidentally hit it with my elbow.
Got owned by production.
I forgot they can't hear me.
Unbelievable production handle. So we're going into this game number 2 now. Aster with the first pick. Dire. The old swapperoo we're getting here.
This fits our. Oh no, this doesn't fit our.
No.
Oh, so personally, I feel like Radiant feels good and second pick feels good. So to me, OG just won. We're good. It's over.
Okay. Done.
Go
Back
next.
Do you want to explain a little bit?
No, I'm good.
All right, fair enough. Well, yeah, we'll just say that they won, and we'll see how they win throughout the course of this draft. OG, they're going to ban out the IO.
5
like that was a
remaining.
part of what allowed that there's a lot of truth.
I think that also says that the like Aster maybe thought they would perhaps get it again. Like they're basically just saying like we think they're gonna ban our IO, so we want first pick because we think another very valuable hero.
Okay.
But I guess to be fair, OG had first pick last game and they went tiny, right?
Yeah.
I wonder if OG would have.
Time to ban.
I wonder if they would do an IO in their next matchup. Feel like. I do think they'll stick to their guns on the tiny. It's got so much flexibility to come out here, but we'll see if it's there. Because now with this puck ban, tiny and Monkey King remain.
So that's the thing I'm wondering is if they leave both of them in, Aster just doesn't pick it, and we're like, what's happening? You know, like
okay. But both got like invented monkey, right?
Yeah, you have to do it.
This we're talking like, am I crazy? Like Boston Major, right? Wasn't that like the first like
DAC.
it was that long ago?
Yeah, DAC 20.
A long time ago, either way. Yeah. This was basically his. So the potential for the Sport Monkey is there, and OG, well, they're bringing it back. We've seen this strat, and we win.
You know what? Like this actually makes me. I mean, groups are a different beast entirely from event, and this feels like a very group stage move where it's like we have our set strategy that we do, and then when that set strategy is like not working out, we're going to go back to this other instead, and it's like a couple of things that you're throwing out there that are consistent, and the main event where you start like sort of changing things up and becoming. But this is like the other strat that we've been. Team Aster feel like they have an answer to. Doom.
Oh, we had this earlier, right? The Doom versus the Tide Hunter, and Zai was struggling. Try and hit the big Dooms there on the Tide because the constant coverage from a Lotus Orb coming from the position 4 player there.
I mean, that was part of the problem with that game too. The Snapfire just got completely out of control by Zinq. So
speaking of which,
I wouldn't mind seeing a Snapfire pick for OG.
Yeah, we already know they like playing it. We know they like playing it with this hero.
Yeah.
And it's got some tools for
10 seconds.
Help get people away. Just
5
4 steps.
seconds
And if
remaining.
Monkey wants to sit in his like little ring, he's gonna get like dive bombed. I think that a Snapfire ban here has to happen.
It must.
It's got it.
Or you're just calling it.
Well, we already
then you
said
can
that
call it. Yeah, we already know they won, so I guess they must get
Exactly.
snapped. That just makes sense.
10 seconds.
How we should always. Like, well, that team's gonna win.
5
So how are they gonna do it? Oh, they pick this and then they win.
Aster, are they deciding on much at this point? It's probably a 3 Doom, but I could see it as a 4. Monkey into a core roll. That could be done. It is, be remiss if we didn't mention China Doom.
Right.
I wouldn't say Doom has much of a big identity in either NA or Europe, but for years, China just loved Doom. They play Doom all the time. They play it in various roles.
Right. I think that Eastern Europe had a pretty strong presence as well for a while, particularly like the VP is a great blade. I always remember that being a thing. But you're right. Like
I'm even thinking just like in pubs.
Yeah,
like not even teams.
Yeah.
Like their pubs have just Doom everywhere for some reason.
Right. That's a fair point. I want to see again, for anybody that he doesn't know, that Bobica Monkey is such a classic. It's something that we kind of anticipate them coming out with, but we're not sure. It doesn't necessarily have to be. But Borax definitely very, very knowledgeable on the hero. Taking a long time with this last ban. I'm assuming trying to decide between Snapfire and something. Usually when you take this long for a ban, you don't take the obvious ban. You're going to run something else weird to Snap.
Ban.
Oh, because the Tiny's still in.
Exactly.
So just ban Tiny. You want Tiny? I guess they could want Tiny. They could just pick the Tiny out of this phase. So they could go Tiny. Yeah, so now, no, it can't be a Weaver ban because of Tiny. Because
10 seconds.
picks OG.
Yeah, so
So OG are picking Tiny now.
so.
I think so. Tiny, I mean, that's what worked so well before, right?
The only thing is that
I guess they won't know their matchup
the other
until
thing,
very end.
if they go Tiny now, then you could potentially Snapfire as Aster, and I feel like Snapfire Doom strongly. I think that there's still a lot of flexibility. I getcha. I hear you. Strong.
Turn to pick.
And the Luna.
Yeah.
Don't want a similar hero to Clinks, right? They would say, like, we want to play this style of Dota with a bunch of stacks and ancients, and we're going to farm them. We don't want you to do that. At least not to do it as well as we're going to do. And so, well.
Ooh.
So. Perhaps reflect a Doom with Lotus, but also maybe steal one, too. They could outnumber your Dooms if they do a Lotus and a Steal.
You get Doom.
10 seconds.
You steal Doom.
There's a couple here that versus really bad.
Yeah.
Doctor.
Aster now down. Of a Rubik and a Tidehunter. Feels like it could be a good Wraith King game, but I feel like a Wraith King with you support and a Doom position 3 feels a little weird to me. It's like it's almost.
That's the 5 they go.
Weird.
I think the issue is like it doesn't feel like you can go Disruptor because like you think about another hero versus Tide, but that's kind of why you pick the Doom. So should you really double down? But Tree, well, I'm not a fan of the Tree 4s. That has not been convinced. But going for the Tree 5 means that they have quite a few options for their 1
seconds.
And without having last pick, they want to grab one of these very secure mid laners, right? That, there's 2 bans left on OG. Let's say they took like Terrorblade or Spectre instead of this Lina. Then there's a good chance you just see like Queen and Lina banned. So they want to grab that Lina. There's still some options here in terms of flexibility. This doesn't even have to be a mid Lina. Theoretically be a 1 Monkey, a 4 Lina, a 3 Doom. That's lane.
That's what I was kind of thinking about. And then you just like go Towers alive. Strong carry out of the mid.
The Dire
So,
get a ban.
actually, that'd be kind of cool.
Oh, no tail Tide or no tail Beastmaster. We're getting some sort of a mix of 5. Could also be the Tops and Tidehunter mid again, right? The Sumail Clinks.
There was a time. There was a
5.
time.
10 seconds.
Sumail.
There's
no way that happens.
The Fada style.
Yeah.
The mech. Mech's cheap again, guys.
I could see Topson playing B. You couldn't see Sumail playing Master with the way that this.
Depending on what the matchup is, they wind up throwing the Tide there instead anyway.
Yeah.
And also, Tiny is still.
Oh, we saw the Topson Tide.
Yeah.
Is that what you're
that's
saying?
what I'm saying. Yeah. One of the 2 games, I believe, versus Alliance. I think he played Tide in 1 and Tiny in the other.
Watching like pubs stuff. Who was it that saw that went the Tidehunter?
I believe that was Ame from Safe Lane.
Here's the Radiant ban.
3-3 was who I was thinking of.
Oh, he rushed it first and he used it for the Dispel as an
Yeah.
offlaner.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, that was 3-3. That was sick. That was a cool build. Shout out to 3-3. Nice build. Satanic early in the right game. That was nasty.
Right now,
10 seconds.
ban out the Nature Prophet. I like that ban a lot. If you're playing this tree, sort of
5
one
seconds
where you don't get
remaining.
these heroes that can all in your towers and just don't like.
Hater?
I'm a
Lina
hater.
hater?
I'm a super big. She just feels like
Dyer's
so
ban now.
like gankable, and fragile. in
Okay,
late
what if they
stages of the
pick
game.
Faceless Void though? It's a good Void game. You'd have Chrono. You'd have double bubble between like having Chrono as well as Overgrowth. Then you'd have some help with the Wukong's
Radiant's
command. It
turn
gives
to
Lina an
ban.
easy way to hit.
I like
Wow,
the
damn.
draft more.
Yeah, but if Lina has setup, Lina's good.
That's fair.
Dyer's turn to
You
pick.
ban that Spectre. I think
That's smart.
I thought it would be Spectre as some other big heavy. Oh,
Terrorblade.
Terrorblade, yeah. Terrorblade's not as good. Sure, probably some.
10 seconds.
That Ags build has just been ridiculous.
Radiant's turn to pick.
Oh, of course.
They're just like, yeah, okay, we'll just grab Tiny. And then, oh, gee, yeah, we know you're picking Tiny. Oh, I love
Jeez.
Dota. Such a saucy pick right there. They had so much time.
Yeah.
It's like, no, we know. Thompson, DK. But it's kind of a scary lane, right? Some minus hammer from some right click lane. But it will be X Doom and famous Monkey. He's got enough in the tank to give them game number 2 as well.
Me in a weird position, 'cause I feel like 2 of the most contested heroes we're going to be throughout this entire tournament is going to be Tiny.
Yeah.
Aster got them both.
Yeah.
I also feel like Tidehunter and Clinks
talking
are
to
like
me?
insanely strong as we get Kyle in the ear there. And I kind of feel like they're going to be the ones with higher win rates than both Monkey and Tiny together. So I feel like OG should win this. I don't know. But at the same time, how do I bet against Monkey? Not take.
Tell you what I see. 9 heroes with some sort of a.
Okay. So who does?
That's pretty hype.
That is pretty
Just
hype.
just Clinks. The only one. Right, I'm counting Overgrowth. Guys, I just have to. I'm also counting Warstone.
Sick.
So 5 stuns versus 4 stuns, easy Dota.
The
I
Dota.
mean, Aster just.
Think so. Game number 2. Aster just gonna win it. We already called that OG was gonna win it, so take wherever you feel like as we go into this one. Several of the most picked and most banned heroes throughout the entire tournament being made to let through the entire draft phase. I feel like that's a little bit of a flex by OG.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like take your Monkey King, take your Tiny.
Let's
We don't
see what
care.
we got. You know, obviously you're coming to a tournament expecting those heroes to be on the enemy team potentially.
Tell what ends up happening. Go into this one, and of course, one of the big things to watch for will be can they build up those stacks for Sumail and eventually take them down.
Yeah, we could run you guys through the game plan. If you missed that game, pretty much OG are extremely keen on getting as many ancient stacks as you can imagine for a Maelstrom rushed Clinks. And that's really all there is to it. And the way that they accelerate this Clinks is unlike anyone else at the tournament in terms of like how much they're dumping into their position 1. His XP is just absolutely out of control. And he just scales very, very quickly. Now, we didn't even get a chance to talk about this because it just kind of happened snap pick at the end of the draft. But a Dragon Knight coming out this late, pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Not a hero that is getting a whole lot of love these days.
No, but I think it fulfills very much the same role that we did that made it so strong before, which was that like point, click, stun, and just get it done. And also a hero that very rarely is going to lose the lane and end up in a terrible position. That being said, there is some danger with the Lina. Lina, a hero that can put on a ton of hurt, particularly if, things get a little bit too far forward. But, I would imagine Thompson will be fine.
Looks like he's 2-3 so far at TI.
Okay.
Yep. 2 wins coming from Elephant and IG.
Sorry, friend.
Let's see. Yeah, I think they just need like the jump in stun, right? This way, the Tide obviously is gonna have a very hard time going in first because it's a support Tide. Pretty unlikely to be itemized towards a Blink Dagger on the early part of this game. So Thompson's job will be to go in there, garner some vision for the squad. Can also, of course, capitalize on the vision potentially of the Beastmaster to just get like straight up good initiations to lead it kills. But sometimes you got to go in a little bit blind, and DK's a great hero for that.
They just pop that ulti, you've got the rain. Sort of feels like what we saw from the commanders recently as well.
Yeah. And particularly when you have this persona.
Yeah, that's the best one.
Gives you strength.
Praise the moon. Boss says.
I need some Mirana games. I need to hear that spammed. That's a worthwhile investment.
So at least now we've talked some about the monkey support role. Seen it go up against the Tide Hunter. Kind of interesting there. There is a lot of potential for damage, but he's already used his Boundless Strike. Dodges some of that damage with the Mischief. Will need to retreat away. Dodged both projectiles. Gush and the right click. Time.
Damn.
Cool.
I will say the Monkey King feels pretty good. We talked about an Ogre as a support, and that was one of the heroes that, like, even when the Monkey King support was bad, you could get away with it. Just because of, like, how Ogre wants to play and trade in the lane. And I think the support Tide you can get a lot of that same value with. But in this case, only when the Clinks isn't sitting there ready to also contribute, obviously. Because with some minus armor, you know, you don't really want to mess with the Tide too much if Clinks is helping out.
Be very painful. And those right clicks that come through, they just hit that much harder. White Album now going underneath K's tower.
Radiant's middle tower can't
Force out a
handle
couple
this
of
deluge.
there maybe. Less. One thing that I feel like we've seen as a struggle over the past couple of days has been Lina's and the inability to make rotations happen and find secure kills pretty easily. Suxa gonna take some extra damage there. Push back, let him. Trouble, pulled away. Right clicks won't be enough to down that trim. But that's something that I'm maybe a little bit concerned about.
Yeah.
If they can actually sort of connect for kills with the Lina.
I guess ever since that item build of just like straight up Yules has gone out of favor, it's felt like a struggle. It used to feel so simple. You just grabbed a rune, went, tossed them up, they just died.
Longer.
But everyone wants to abuse the ridiculous right click she can have because, you know, in some of the Fury crafting Dota, of course, she can be one of the best carries in the entire game.
Right.
When you do purchase up those big damage items, and so leading from the bots and the BKB lets you go into that path so much sooner than like some crazy late game like 90-minute transition, right?
Yeah. Well, and of course, then the problem that you're in. Who's actually making moves map, and is anybody able to do it? Like sit back and aim for a long time. Based upon OG's lineup, I don't think that they're going to allow him to do that. That's the other good thing about this DK is Lim's going to get pulled back in.
Bottom lane as well.
All the trees. Borax gets the first blood on a no-tail, but on the other side, OG able to claim one in exchange. So a one-for-one trade across the maps.
Yeah, meanwhile, though, while this Tide's gone, now Borax gets the moment to just like run him down. Get the Jingu stacks, trade a little bit back there too. Very big win for them down bottom to grab that kill. And then also all that punishment there now. This Courier, no chance of dying too, so the boots will be delivered to Borax. That changes your game completely, support Monkey King, right? Like doubles your effectiveness basically if you have boots and the enemy support doesn't.
Super annoying to play against. Makes it that much harder for No Tail here.
He's got 50 MS over him. It's like straight up just gonna jump all over him. You think Monkey, like without the boots, has done a lot, but Borax, he really values this early.
They're going on to Sumail. Oh, good slowdown there. That was needed. Instead, they turn their sights on to No Tail. Needs one more hit. Builds up that region. Borax, dodges it.
That was so good.
Mischief's still pretty good.
So now after this game, every Monkey King's gonna start buying brown boots, by the way. Because they all don't buy it. And all it takes is one game from Boboka and they'll be like, oh, is this the build? Am I supposed to buy boots? We got like 40-minute monkeys with no boots right now.
1A. Gotta run away. Tree armor, keeping them survivable though.
Real talk though, it's all about what support you're versus. So
Okay.
I think that this is why it's so valuable here. I think it's an excellent read. It's a heavy investment, right? That's a lot of gold for a support player. Sumail down bottom. He's almost dead. He is dead.
Says again.
Whoa! You know, it's
a move.
This ain't your grandpa's Doom, all right? This guy's got phase boots and ring of protection. He has armor, all right? Common misconception. This guy, he's back in the armor department. A couple of those, you know, literally unkillable patches later. Hero's very scary.
It's incredibly strong. Doom is one of those heroes too that, like, you know, if you can get off to that hot start, and particularly like make these kills happen before level 6, it's gonna be deadly. some trouble. Well, they make the rotation over, but the tree armor
God, you
again.
need this kill, man.
Dude, making the moves. The haste rune, they're trying to find this finish. White Album does a little juke, hide around, land him. Laguna Blade comes out, gives him the high five, and then the stun, the follow-up chase down. Wants to get him, but can't quite.
And it, man, that haste rune. So close to running out too. That ends just a moment sooner. He gets caught there.
Is under attack.
Yeah, I'm still looking at this OG lineup and seeing the potential for ramp up and how quickly they can take down towers. But so far, Aster looking good, and even gonna doom down bottom. XXS just runs him down under the tower.
Around my neck.
Early free kill with Doom. All right, and that Midas is getting pretty close here, about 1,000 gold away.
Hobson? I guess that he's fine.
Yeah, he's just trading wings with Sumail. Sumail can now play a little bit closer to the Ancients and just be a bit safer in this mid lane, I feel.
Your ships.
I mean, something was needed because
Courier.
couldn't be there anymore.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want boots, Thompson? Because those...
Not gonna happen. Kick off. But stun. White Album.
Oh, Aster.
Aster.
Another big lead early. 5-1 on the kills and a scared Thompson.
I mean,
huddling under the tower.
This is scary. This is a real big problem. OG, not where they want to be here in the opening of day 2 groups. Like, I don't know, you end up losing 0-2 to Aster. Suddenly you start to, like, it was looking easy peasy for them, but there's some danger about, like, you know, having to go in through the lower bracket.
The key for them now will be finding this ramp-up strategy that they've had with the Clinks here. Sumail, oh, he can't even get the stack off right now, actually.
I mean, that's still a lot of gold for him, though.
Yeah.
We're gonna be honest.
He's a little bit too busy with these camps, waiting for the next barrage. Can't handle the Ancients at the same time. And he is close to Maelstrom, so soon.
Luka gonna scout these out. Borax moving around this area. Yeah, so now...
look at this XP split, though.
Yeah, if he can get some of that on the Monkey King.
Oh!
All right, well, I think Borax should be fine. Oh, no, he's in trouble.
In, dude.
Now, Boundless Strike, does he get it? Oh, it hits on all the creeps, too! Wait a minute, he might just kill Sumail! Bobica trying to find the finish here, but the slowdown comes
No, please don't die after all this.
Oh, man, they try and bring him down. Eventually, they will.
That was going to be the sickest highlight ever.
That would have been so amazing.
This guy's brain is a little too big. It starts swelling.
Radiant's middle tower is under
They need to bring in No-Tail to help out. No-Tail's the same level as Sumail. That's not a good thing.
No, it's really
OG.
not.
Wow.
Radiant's middle tower
This is the saddest farm I've ever seen.
Tangoing, like what?
Just like, he has long kind of barrage he's hanging out. Like, please give me a Maelstrom. Nice, Ocean Heart. Now let's go sit in the river.
fortified their structures.
Dyer's
Oh,
What is a boy to do? Well, teammates are gonna go up top and pressure this tower. Dragon Form from Thompson. Counter pressure on the bottom lane. It's only one hero. It's XXS, so that's a bit of a win for Aster. It's only a win though if they actually do something about this triple siege. And with their Train Protector, you hate losing towers, but this one's gone. And a Hawk was spawning on him. I think he's gone.
just gonna walk away from that one. In the mid lane, they were able to take the tier 1 tower also. So White Album making action happen. Again, like the biggest comeback. Freaking Michael Jordan moment. Flu-like symptoms. Coming back and saving the day for Aster.
Radiant's bottom tower has rung its last.
There you go. Money though does eventually get the tower for himself. So very well done.
Minutes. 1,000 gold lead. Aster trying to control this side of the map. OG. Hobson is sort of inhabiting that like Beastmaster-esque role. In this lane pushed out. Seb is the actual Beastmaster hiding away. You okay there?
Yeah. You know, they have a Beastmaster, so it's cool, but
No, I mean,
Seb's like, I got this one, guys.
Like, I want to do it for a little bit. I want to play DK. Who wants to play DK?
I don't know how fast they clicked it, or how fast they clicked it. Clearly, he did.
That's true.
He's into it. So back towards the mid tower. Seb is going to wrap from the jungle. They actually planted this ward on their first attempt on the tower when they tried to dive onto the Lina, and it's been sitting there the whole time, giving them lots of good vision around it. So they know there's not a lot of defense currently planted here. heroes now arrive.
Dire's
There is a
middle
Doom.
tower is
And
Oh my
another
God.
great cut.
Dude, they saw him jump into that tree. What? Oh, the bait. It was all a bait.
Yep.
It was a ploy. They jump in. The Ravage connects onto all 5 heroes. And that might stop this. Yeah. I mean, Aster keeps their tower alive.
I feel like I'm okay with that trade. Support ultis.
Yeah.
All that matters is saving this tower, though. With the living armor, it is maxed right now. You do not want to lose your mid tower at 11 minutes. You can't. No way. Don't let it happen.
For Aster,
Look
they hold
out
on.
the fallen rocks.
They all spread out again and then walk into the
Dire
take it.
have
That'd be
the
really
spyglass
sad.
at hand.
Well, they have the ward, right? So they're going to know if they do.
Yeah, that's true.
The main issue, and Thompson is just not giving up.
Dude, look at this. I mean, everybody TP'd before, so he can actually kind of like pressure this here. And White Album Monet looking for a fight over to the side here. Seb gets it, lift, roar, jump, blown up. White Album caught by Seb, and Thompson not giving up, has a DD now. Somebody needs to come to address this. I'm coming for you. Drops down the spray. And all those heroes
It's
that
gone.
TP'd in and they come in and take it back like this, that can't happen as Aster. Oh, man. But Sumail? Doom, does he have dust? Nothing.
Everybody gets one. Right?
Yeah.
Next time he'll have dust. That's the lesson he learned. Stick, not worth it. Dust, worth it.
Dagger done for DK now. It's definitely a push lineup from OG. Pressure on. Beastmaster.
For you,
We got DK Beastmaster.
bounty.
The tiniest cheer for OG. My crowd. Yay, the tower. We did it.
Radiant's
Took 3 tries, but it's gone.
under attack.
It's kind of I guess, inflection
Radiant's
point
top
game, it
tower
feels
is
like.
under attack.
It's Aster, like, do you just sort of keep staying back and farming? Like, do you need to try and make an aggressive move themselves? They've got this Doom that's, like, incredibly stacked up. Top net worth by a pretty wide margin.
I think you're all right, just chilling a little bit because you have this timing of the Lina that you're mostly playing for, right?
Okay.
So that's what we want to opt towards, is wait for that BKB to be the main issue. And I mean, Shadowblade on Tiny also, you know, it's going to appear sooner rather than later because
Ooh.
it's going to be very active on these waves.
Sumail. Chase. Ravage, though. Oh, no.
Nice
They get him
defensive
again.
Ravage.
Unreal by OG.
That was a big rotation, so if they only got the kill on Borax, that doesn't feel that great, but they're going to turn this into something else. They have a Solar Crest. They go right into the Roche pit.
Nice by OG.
Imagine if Sumail died from this second fight, though. He is so low.
Yeah, that's a little
300
scary.
HP.
And they don't have great vision in the area either. So OG, they're going to get this freebie. Impressive showing.
It's so important to turn those little ultis like that, you know, like save your carry, kill support, but actually do something. Like, there's been discussions, like, you've seen a lot of the games today, when I check back on the final totals, the team with more kills is just losing games.
Yeah.
Because these situations are happening where, like, the kills don't matter as much, because people are more willing to, like, kind of roam around as 5 or even position 4 and just throw away their body to, like, get good vision, get maybe, like, D-ward a ward sometimes even.
Right.
Just do something for the team and give their 1 and their 2 a lot of space to farm on the map. You know, you try and do that as Bobica. They're going for a little bit of a risky attempt on the kill that could have paid off big. That risk reward seemed okay, but they got punished very hard by just losing that Roche for nothing.
Mighty
Well, and I think that felt like almost a planned execution. Like, put your heroes in a position on the map where it's like, okay, if they go and gank Sumail, we're going to rotate as everybody to respond. Who's on the side of the map where Roche is?
Yeah, where something actually happens if we do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So there's some stuff going on there, and look now, hello, Thompson jumps forward, blinks, finds the stun, but there's no follow-up afterwards. White Album gonna get that Laguna Blade out, trying to bring down Thompson. The tree armor, it's not enough. So that's Aegis down in exchange for the Lina. Find themselves a pretty good pick
Whew,
there.
Those axes, they just barely missed Borax.
Gonna try and keep this tower alive, but OG, they got something to say about it. It's the tree again.
tower is about
Bounce
to
around
take
everywhere
the
here.
throne.
The wrap coming from the Doom again for a round 2. Viking ultimate down. There's the overgrowth afterwards. XXS moving into position. Thompson trying to back away. This Doom got his sight set.
They don't want to doom him. They don't want to waste it.
To that DK, and a good breathe fire through onto all. They will eventually connect, and now the chase down. Able to connect onto No Tail. He falls as well, and XXS barely living through this one. 65 HP does get brought down by Soxa on Borax, but nonetheless, it's getting very close here.
Yeah, that certainly could have been worse. Now they want to use that ward that Bubba got dropped down during that fight. Try and capitalize on a Seb.
And again, pulls him in. Abba, toss, done. Can White Album find another? Thought about it. A bit dangerous.
8-6, big wins here. Kills on the Lina and the Doom pump up their net worth. And Soxa trying to hang around and be a bit cheeky here with the Dragon Slave and the Fade Bolt. Wants to catch this next wave and actually wants to catch Alina on it. No Tail's coming too.
Up top,
she's keeping up her movement speed though with the LSA drop down. Means it's not available for a defensive stun, but it keeps her moving fast. Not once.
Hold back. No Tail looking. TP away. Is it enough? No. No Tail gets the finish there. And another death onto White Album.
Thought he'd play there by like TV right away. Force Ravage might even still get out after.
Yeah.
Potentially, but Klink's being there. No way that you're going to survive there. Now No Tail, excellent D-ward there. Kind of knew where that play came from that killed Seb. They likely had vision. So, very interesting to watch OG just go right back for this Beastmaster, which of course they loved so much on this team for a long time. And after seeing that last game, I'm sure thought things like, you know what, I bet their game was a lot easier with all that vision.
Toxin jumped, doomed, gets some trouble. Abba toss, Ravage interrupting, trying to take it onto 3. Feud is there though, and the chase down will continue. They get one, can they find any more? Taking couriers down even. No Tail gets jumped on, Sumail decides to turn to fight, but Borax just gets obliterated. It was way too much damage. Now, one thing to watch for, White Album is moving into the area and has a bottled DD.
The Faye grenade. He's tracked. They know.
Thinking on him. Sumail's right on top of him. The wrap is coming. Sumail has to be careful here. He's getting trapped on. They scan, they catch him, and there it is, the DD out! Sumail stepped too far and ends up getting punished. Now Soxa getting chased as well. Gonna go for the toss play. Nicely done to throw in XXS. And OG just getting a little bit too far forward.
Soxa even just accepting his fate there by Fade bolting the creep wave. Yeah, I'm dead. Go for some last hits though. Good, please. 3x kill streak that he had too. That's just been passed over to Monet. So Monet now second on the net worth by 200 gold over top of Sumail, and the big winner, the breadwinner as it were, for Aster. XX backing it up too. Quite giant, even for a Doom. He's up there right now. Came out going for the Shivas. Help the team out versus this Klinks. I think right now the Ravages haven't looked that frightening. Obviously to support Tide, but like mostly I'm thinking the actual combination that you can do during the Ravage. I feel like they're getting really big Ravages, and then they all get unstunned, and like the axes flew through them all. And I was like, whoa, woo, scary. But they need Klinks, right? They need the big damage. They need a barrage comboed up with this Ravage before they get the big guns.
And it's almost maybe like a type of situation where you might have to play some like the old Klinks, where you go for like a pick off first on the little side initiation thing with a Master or what have you, because he is all of their damage. The unfortunate problem with this is that if he shows success, he's got a target. There's only one he needs to hit, really. 8-7. It's 5,000 gold lead.
Such mimicry.
OG stuck waiting to get in towards the next Roche. For that Scotty next.
Radiant's bottom tower faces a stiff wind.
It's just,
Gotta keep up your speed, you know.
the noise is just so out of place.
There's quite the difference. I mean, typical to OG, the camps being stacked quite heavily for themselves. Well known for that as a general keystone to how they want to play.
That is the type of play together energy. Also, you tend a lot of assists come out from them, but this game at the very least, they're going to go for a quick pickoff here. White Album would be a great target, but they up. a hawk. It's a little bit scary.
Inching away here.
I know. They're waiting for an opening. I mean, how many times have we seen fights from OG right in this area and they just go terribly around?
Against this tower, it's going to be max HP.
This could be bad. Sass spots him right at the start. Looking for it, gets the Doom off. In some trouble, overgrowth afterwards. The rest of the team's TPing in, but they won't save him. He's done.
X6 grab the kill in the end. Not a great steal. Well, I don't know, it depends. I guess in this game, the actually is pretty good for Soxa. You tend to think of like these
Dire's top tower is
these big
under
like
attack.
fight turning spells, but in the way that they have to play right now, the tree dance is pretty nice to have. Oh, hello.
I see you're on a tree as well. Well, goodbye.
Structures are fortified.
He's just coming back. This is a long. He knows there's no boundless strike, but it's still kind of scary.
Oh, they got him though. Oh, he jumps
they
down.
have the Ravage, dude. No tail just in.
Backing out now. Shadow Blade back out of there. Drops down the Sentry Ward.
That ward though spots Thompson's rotation through, so they're just out of there, and they still have the backable White Album back here.
Good play. Another instance of Aster pulling up around the map a little bit.
Dire are standing for
I'm
enemy.
unclear what the game plan is now for OG. Like, it still feels like it's the same type of thing, which is just get Clink's huge.
Regeneration.
Clinks.
It's not like we're not seeing that acceleration. They haven't been able to do it as well.
He has spent a lot of time trying to get to fight. Feels like fights are happening and he's just like running his way there. By the time he gets there,
Like
it's
this,
over.
as another
Yeah.
toss and dead. Thompson, oh, maybe not, having spoken too soon. Thompson backing out of there. Oh, and he eventually burns down. And then the big jump in from Borax hits him, jumps the other tree, gets off the Wukong's command.
Sumail threw 2 right clicks on heroes and then hit a neutral camp during that fight after running the whole way there. That's kind of been his experience this game. The need to be there as a threat, but then his allies still die.
Now the break, the chase, the kill. Aster just running circles around OG right now.
Ownage in.
Radiant's top
And now
tower is under
XXS
rocks.
chasing with the vision from the Shiva's Guard. Get out of the trees.
Oxley knows right where he is. He's gonna connect. The TP animation even finishes off basically there. Everybody dying all across the map. OG just don't have an answer. They haven't for the last couple minutes.
Sumail's just not even sure what to do. He's running around the mid lane here. Gonna try and clear out this wave and maybe think about invis towards their Ancients. I feel like he knows that that's the part of the map where they're not playing right now.
Right.
Because his own Ancients are just gone.
From mid. Start stacking stuff up there. Seb heals himself.
Radiant's
Start a
top
fight.
Sumail.
They've ultied on the DK. They got to
This
engage.
is not gonna work. There's no way this is good. Sumail trying to run away. Lana taking some good damage, but the root is out. Monet, Ava, toss. Thompson wanted to go for the stun. They still managed to kill in the duration of Monet being stunned. BKB from White Album. They back away.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Nothing.
attack.
Nothing left here for OG. They've got to find a way to make Sumail like have the damage he needs. It's just not happening.
They actually just can't find a play. They
Yeah.
keep trying. And, you know, last game we credit a lot of that to the Hawks and the vision that Aster had that allowed them to sort of play this style of them being ahead, feeling like they're in control of the match, and that OG are struggling to really make the moves. Well, OG have the Beastmaster, they have the Hawks, and they still can't get anywhere. Because, again, Aster have chosen a different route for their vision. They've got this Bovica Monkey King, and he's really helping them in that regard with not only like the actual tree dance vision itself, but the placements that he can get on these wards have been pretty sneaky throughout the game.
True.
Right now, he probably has a few stacked up, because I don't see any wards down on the map for them right now. I got a couple of them killing on trees, or chilling on trees, so I'd like to see a couple more wards out here from Borax as we prep for this Eggs Shard Roche.
Well, game has slowly but steadily continued to favor Aster, and Doom now has been at top of the net worth for a very long time, going towards that refresher next. A smoke up. Getting ready to head in for this fight around the Roche pit.
Trying to kill a Hawk with the Boundless Strike. No Tail looking for a potential 4-staff Ravage, but needs to make sure the allies are there to follow up.
bet.
Seb might lose the smoke here with the Invis Tiny.
Oh, blinks down.
Vision? Do they have
Realizes
any
it.
vision?
They don't. They have nothing. They see Seb. Reveals himself now. Jump in. Hoof stomp. Able to connect. Roar is out. See a buyback and he ends up going down. There's the no-tail Ravage. It comes out and connects. They have the buyback on the Rubik. White Album gonna retreat away, but they're saving the buyback on the Doom. So no Tidehunter. I think that they don't want to buy back if they don't have to. And stun out. There's the buyback. Now he's going to come into this fight. Able to get the stun there. The boundless strike onto Sumail. Controlled, rooted, in some trouble. The jump forward, the catch, and the kill. Thompson going to fall. And now they find the Beastmaster. Lift up afterwards, though. Coming from Soxa, trying to buy a little bit of space. But it is all for naught. As Aster stream into the Roche pit. Win the fight, and now gonna claim the prize.
Kind of felt like they just weren't respecting Monet there. Or I mean, they just felt like any sentry they placed just gets destroyed, but I mean, they didn't know. Tiny's just lurking there. Invis. How are you gonna get a good fight when that happens?
Maybe they thought that he didn't have buyback too on the Doom potentially.
Yeah, maybe.
But regardless,
Dire's middle tower
Aster
is
take
drowning.
full advantage here. Now 15,000 gold lead. With the Aegis in hand, Sumail going back to finish off these Ancients. Hoping to
all he's
salvage
got.
something.
Yeah.
It's like literally it.
And of course, another Invis tool upgraded here with the White Album Silver Edge available, which is just bad news for No Tail again. Now we'll have one on both the Tiny and the Lina. And you know, so Ravages, just let them rip at this point if you're tied. Just hope you get it off,
have
right?
to go.
Just mash that R key as fast as you can.
Just Ravage right now. Maybe you'll hit him. Why not?
Just like last game, far down. Yeah, you know, 25-ish minute park last time, I believe, when they did the same play. No Tail had to buy a gem. Purchases one once more. It means that one death is just going to cost you so much more, but you have to find some way to know what they're up to. In this case, you just got to get rid of their sentries so you can keep some on the map to stop these Invis initiations.
It's so devastating.
Can't win a war without money.
Can't move out and have any vision. And I will say that this Aster lineup, I mean, props to coming in with a plan. They've done great. Oh my god, and they caught him again. Sumail trying to back away. No Tail taking the brunt of the right clicks. Will eventually fall. Now, can they get out of here with them? Get the vision, LSA. Barely getting home. TP to the tower. Oh man. I will mention that things have, there's been a few less chat wheels I've been noticing over the past couple of minutes here.
Very interesting.
I don't know how that happened.
Monet's been on it. Still chat wheeling, so it's
That's
fine.
true.
He's got it covered. Making up for them.
22, what a game. Aster. This Doom looks really good. This hero's gonna, like, with more 4 Protect 1, I actually really like the idea of it sort of taking off a bit.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Radiant's top tower is on the
You
rocks.
can just eliminate this one giant hero, especially the way that OG specifically have been trying to play this. Like, they're even a little bit more balanced, I would say, this game than usual. But maybe that's just because Sumail's so much further down. You kind of expect him to be at like 22 or something right now. Not so much 15k.
Enough.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Well, they're gonna start walking up and hitting that tier 3 tower. You can see the comparison here.
Yep.
Very much. So far, still all of the bulk of the damage on Sumail, but it's just from so many different places on Aster, it feels like. You get a ton from Monet, a ton from White Album, XXS as well.
You can't beat that building damage. Ooh, 4-step in. Trying to get a little bit of a punish there, but Lotus help protect. Monet can just go back to hitting towers. He has 2 minutes of Aegis, so...
They're just splitting with Sumail. He is not here.
Tower won't last long.
Back away for a moment. We approach this 30-minute mark, just pass it. Bounty Rune's going to be claimed. It does appear that Aster are going to play it a little bit safer. Go for a smoke play, get the rune, head out.
Haste.
Pretty much a defensive smoke here, just to give themselves a little bit of a boost out. And, you know, if there are wards in this area, not necessarily let OG know where they're off to, because this is a classic example of when your enemy wants to smoke on the Radiant. Like, they're even gonna smoke, I think.
Oh my god, they found him.
Oh, that's
Sumail,
bad.
he's done.
Best case scenario right here.
Wow.
He is fast, though.
They chase down.
Not fast enough.
Not even close. Wait, a fight though brewing over in the jungle.
They don't want
trying
it
to get
anymore.
over. Yeah, they gotta run away.
Been begging for, Archer.
Take the outpost away. Aster, no mercy.
They are crushing them. They have OG's number. I don't know who was doing the study up or whatever, but this is clear domination coming up from Team Aster.
Game number 1, it looked at moments like it could have gone either way, but Aster came out with the victory. Game number 2, not particularly close.
High winners, Team Masters.
Oh, there it is.
What it is.
Stun. Still, the tree armor is there. Monet does not appear to care. Has the BKB ready if things get a little bit too dicey. 25 seconds left on this Aegis. OG, if they could, would love to be able to find a kill on this right as that Aegis is about to expire, but Aster not going to give him that opportunity.
I feel like they're the kind of team right now, like they have so much confidence. I wouldn't be surprised if they just held high ground there and went for a fight, but they have a ward down. They're actually spotting this movement in from Seb and Thompson. If they want to go back and engage,
But now they're walking
they have
their
a chance.
ward.
Did they just smoke under the ward?
They did.
They de-warded it first, though, to be fair.
OG have a ward over in this area where Aster are running away from. Well, that will be a retreat. White Album on the other side of the map. Do they hold this high ground here? See right now, the Bobica movement has just been all over this place. The whole freaking map, basically.
No, his name should change to Double Doom when you,
Okay.
because he's no longer just Doom.
Yeah, that's right. I like that.
It is there. Ready? Aster just a little like flowchart Dota. They're going through their list here. They know that once you complete this, you move on to this. You follow the little arrows, and you just do exactly what you're supposed to. And eventually, you'll win the game of Dota. Now, mind you, OG are the masters of sowing some sort of confusion and and some conflict into that initial plan. And they want to get out there, maybe beef wave, or for some reason, 4 of them are like in your triangle, but you never expected it. That's the kind of stuff that they're up to. They're gonna need like 8 of those plays to come back into this game.
There's a way.
Yep.
They'll find it. We'll see, though. It actually ends up happening. Oh, Sumail. Oh. Wait, do they have a gem?
They have a lot of heroes.
Trying to bring him down to Abath, though. Oh, man, an XXS gets the stomp. Will eventually die. But it's going to come at the price of Sumail's life as he gets jumped on and taken down. But they did get the Doom.
Wasn't a trade, unfortunately, and the fact that it's Clinks being gone is
That one hurts.
pretty serious issue. Roll OG. I can't believe that Dota Plus limit. Actually, their percentage went up. About 25% chance.
Really?
That is way too high. I don't know Dota Plus.
That's crazy.
24 now. I can't say I agree with that one.
They must think that Clinks is just really good at, or like, I don't know, Tiny's really bad or something. I don't know what's going on there with Dota Plus, but must know something we don't, because this looks very good for Aster. 21,000 gold.
Yeah, and you see Monet 509. Like now he's a blink.
Yeah.
So much easier to play your game as Tiny. You're not as reliant on your allies, and when OG is going to wind up in a situation where they're like cutting waves and going out making individual plays around the map, the Blink Dagger is going to allow Monet to catch out some of these plays, but at the same time move around the map a little bit faster to try and counteract it.
Radiant's middle
Pressure
tower
next,
can't handle this
likely to
game.
come each of the lanes and then down the mid one from Aster, but got to wait for that Doom to really make a concerted effort. It's a little bit scary going in without the Doom, even with the Clint dead. You get isolated. Still a Beastmaster roar. State yet? Don't think so.
No, not really.
Yeah. Trying to go for a Shadow Blade for Seb.
Everyone's kind of just walking around.
You talking to me?
We got 2.5 minutes left on this Roche respawn here. And OG, again, on Verge. Poorly. Dropping down 2-0. Here. Keep up going. Is it a bait though? Thompson reveals himself. There's the break right at the start. Jump out, but the pull away.
Oh, that's a defensive ravage, though.
Yeah.
That does not feel good.
That was a shard pullout.
As long as we stay
from the
positive.
Rubik. Not a bad way to sort of deal with that monkey king fact. I actually think that that might be, I mean, that's pretty big.
Yeah, the polo is good. Yeah, 100%.
Tail tries to back away.
Unstoppable.
The armor not going to be enough to keep him alive.
That tree just smacking him.
Yeah. The living armor stolen by Sox is good, but I don't think it's going to be enough here. Trying to keep this tower alive, trying to keep his allies alive, but Monet just hits too hard. And with Doom in tow, Aster ready to assault high ground, even before they end up coming in with the Aegis. So they're going to take that tier 2 and now back up, hold this high ground here. What's the play for OG? Like, I honestly don't know where the hell you go at this point.
You need to look for deeper vision, right? We need to find some way to get the Hawks in solid spots and maybe utilize some smokes just for good wards to play around the Roche pit. I would say stalling out at this point to where the Roche is now returning without losing your racks is a win for OG.
Okay.
Sure, the net worth is still escalating in Aster's favor, but it's not at a place where it has really changed that much of the percentages. In terms of you winning the fights, we're moving like 3 or 4 points, but if you lose one of these fights, you know, suddenly you're at like a 5% chance game or something, especially if it's any fight near the actual Roche pit. So Aster in response, they've moved near the Roche pit where one would expect them to prep and set for it, and they're just smoking up. They're just waiting until OG shows somewhere.
Dire's bottom
They're going to
tower
show
has
bottom.
fallen.
And obviously still no Lincolns online at all for any of these heroes. The TP.
Oh no.
Mass
Oh
TP.
no.
And they'll catch one.
Nice wait.
Got rocks in your
No
head.
panic there from Boboco because he had the vision on the Rubik and he just kind of sat there like, no, I'm clicking him, it's fine. He's not going to get out.
Bonds. Everybody should know that this is online now. Timing of it for late. Aster. Hit album.
Kill they need. The blink on Seb, but it's not enough distance.
That would have been huge.
Yeah, I mean, he has the Lincolns, right? So what can he
Yeah.
actually do?
You would have had to like force. Yeah, of course though.
Yeah. They actually don't have an answer to those two heroes. That's a problem.
Oh.
He needs like a neutral item.
The big problem, Monet gonna go in and just get this one for free.
Dire's top tower is
They
under
will
attack.
head on in to the pit, take it on down here. Even gonna drop Wukong's command just in case anybody from the side of OG shows up. But this game, and again, this just sort of turnaround, playing with your players. You know, it makes a difference.
Yeah, it turns out, you know, the ones that you've been scrimming with and practicing with and spending an entire TPC with tend to gel together a little bit better.
Yeah.
Dire's
You know what's not
tower
gelling with me
is
this game?
under
What's that? This snap pick DK Thompson that they made look like it was just the bees. Like, oh yeah, we knew you guys were gonna take that
Dire's
tiny.
middle
We
tower
wanted
is
Thompson
under
on the
attack.
Yeah, it was weird. It just, like...
It got the towers. I think it did help versus the tree, right? Because that makes
Yeah.
sense. Is that you're trying to knock down some of these earlier towers, but the ones that really mattered, they weren't able to knock down very.
It felt like the game was lost over by the Dire Outpost, over and over again. There were so many fights that happened there.
Is about to
Granted, this one's not
flounder.
completely over, but it is so difficult for OG to win this. They're gonna have to win like 3 fights, and that's basically gonna pull them back even.
Items that they want, you know, wanting this Lincoln Sphere, trying to keep
Yeah.
safe from the Doom. Of course, he might just Doom you again. You never know.
True.
Schmel's just trying to find some farm here, but at what cost?
Many Shadow Blades, and it's not gonna be enough. The Doom gets off, the Lotus won't be enough to keep him alive. As, oh wait, the pull! Off to the side, not gonna be enough. And it's White Album chasing. Seb also in some trouble, tosses off to the side. Lanham getting involved with the tree toss into the tree toss. With the tiny and the tiny.
As long as we stay
It was
positive,
pretty well played.
Feels like OG are just constantly attempting. I mean, you know, they said that, you know, we'll stay positive. Eventually we'll win.
Yep.
Maybe that's going to work. I think Aster are probably feeling right now how's it going. And the replay there just He doesn't feel like he has a choice. And, good Lotus, right? Excellently done there to help protect himself from going in there on the Doom.
One last round potentially. We'll see as they go on in, set their sights towards high ground. No Tail thinking about it. Gets doomed. Oh, it was the second one, and he might even have another in a moment. As does still have that refresher shard in the backpack, but no Ravage, no buyback. Aster
He wants it.
streaming in and ready to go. They get buyback just now from No Tail.
Get the tide again.
Looking for it, hoping for it. Thompson is out there. There's the refresher shard. Immediately out with the Ravage, but to no avail. Where is the follow-up damage? OG don't have it. With no clicks, there is no game. And with no game, you best call GG. As Aster take down the two-time defending champions in a moment here. Because I don't care how much you buy back on the DK and the Rubik. They're not going to stop these guys. Eyes on the prize. Aster finished this one off. And take it down in the end. Incredible play from this team. They take them down 2-0. That's insane.
They just broke so many predictions for the day.
That's crazy.
Even after game one, I was thinking like,